sure you were good. But there we go. We're on.
No, we're good, man. We're good to go.
Star Trek. Should I have played the Star Trek theme song?
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's still time. Well,
it's not like the Star Trek people play it, so.
No, I meant our theme, right?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't even know where it is. Oh, never mind. That's ridiculous. Oh, here it is. Do you want to do it? You want to throw it to the
do it, man.
Star Trek Dork Court? Oh, dude, remember those happy days when we used to just like get together and go, hey, that latest Star Trek was all right. And you're like, yeah, some stuff was ass. I'm like, that's going to happen. And now it's just like,
yeah,
that's pretty much.
I remember those days that didn't exist.
I just like get so excited. Got to thank Timothy Connolly for that tunage. It just gets me so excited. I actually have it on my phone, so it plays when I'm driving around on shuffle.
Awesome.
every once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah,
it's a nice
it's the John and Larry show.
Nice.
So yeah, so I geared up.
Chuck Gilbert is here. Hi, Chuck Gilbert. How are you?
I geared up in this alternate universe thing. I'm a human-raised Klingon that does ops from the future imperfect world.
Nice.
So
nice. I like it.
That's what I do when I'm feeling like Star Trek is ass raping me.
Yeah. Star Trek is doing that. That's true.
So what we spoke last with Dr. John Price, PhD, a month ago, right? So
something like that. So we've got a couple episodes.
That's what I'm saying. You want to do the whole 3 or 4 episodes, or you just want to hit your outrage?
Well, okay. I don't remember which episodes. So episode.
I'm still mad about Trelane. It's pretty bad when you have a 6 or 8 episode season, and the only episodes you remember are the ones that make you mad. Like,
let's see. I don't remember what any of these are.
The
Shuttlesworth and Forey, that was the zombie episode.
Right. And What is Starfleet was the documentary one.
Oh, yeah. That one sucked my ass.
Yeah. I mean, I got where it was trying to go, and it just didn't work. I mean, I feel so bad because I feel like everybody's, like Mike Okuda famously told us a few years ago, like, they're all really nice people and everybody's trying to darn this golly gee whiz. And well, you can tell it comes off, but there's just something about
it's definitely better.
Yeah.
It's definitely better on like a per episode basis. And I will, friend of the show, Alan McElroy, is writing a bunch of these episodes. So, but we've got What is Starfleet? That was which one is the Salot who ate its tail?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that the one with Patton Oswalt? No, that's 4.5 Vulcans.
Yeah.
That's Patton Oswalt.
Here's the thing about that one. I mean, we chatted about it online, but the thing about that one is that the outtakes of Ethan Peck and Patton Oswalt riffing after the credits in that episode. Did you happen to see that? Because
no.
Yeah, somebody had to tell me they did that. They played a good, actors. When you're in a scene, you're like, oh, hey, your character is giving Spock shit. So just riff about that for a while.
Mm.
And then they'll tell Spock, all right, here's the over-shoulder reaction. We need weird facial expressions. All right, more whimsy, stuff like that.
Right.
And they played it for about 2.5 minutes, and that was better than the whole show before it.
I had no idea they did that. I'll have to go and check that out because I
was dying laughing. I was like, I don't know. I feel like there's a Deadpool edit version of Strange New Worlds. If you're gonna do like whimsy and shit like that, use all the jokes that you guys told each other to make each other laugh on.
Right. As opposed to all the jokes you think are going to be funny and they're not.
Yes, here's we are calculating it as time for an emotional outburst, right? It's
Yeah.
like we are calculating this as the humorous joke. Ha ha. Here's where everyone laughs, applause. Right? There's just no soul to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who to blame, but somebody needs to go down, and I hope it's Alex Kurtzman, and I hope Eugene gets his guitar back.
Yeah. Fuck you, Kurtzman. Kurtzman sucks. I hate him. Let's see. What is Starfleet? Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that one. Because I literally have no idea what the other one is about.
Okay.
What is Starfleet? It was, it's how do we describe this?
It's a documentary. It's
Well,
the
right. It was the documentary
MASH
episode.
ER documentary thing that everybody, but it was so awkward. It was kind of like, you know what it reminded me of most was Gray and a deer or whatever her name was on Discovery,
Mm,
having the big awkward conversation that would fit right in a 1994 episode of the OC,
I
right?
like it.
About what it was to be transgender and gay and everything
Yeah.
in a show that has Trill as major characters. I mean, like, dude, you
Yeah.
don't have to explain to us that love takes different forms. We're good. Even, maybe not everybody in 2025, but at least the Star Trek fans. And even the
Right. Of
MAGA
all
Star
fan
Trek
bases.
fans who don't like it still didn't mind that Jadzia girl kiss with all the
Yeah.
spit hanging. Everybody was cool with that, right?
But yeah, I
Anyway.
mean, the very idea of this guy like doing a documentary in the middle of a crisis on the Enterprise was pretty not great.
I agree. And you
Pretty not
can't,
great.
I mean, they write Pike like the biggest weasel of all time. I mean, forget
Yeah.
making omelets in your room, because I kind of get that from I'm a RA on campus. I'm the cool RA. Look, I got a saddle in my bedroom.
Right.
I kind of get it from that point of view, but like you add in like, oh my God, on the bridge, what do we do? And then like, you can't tell me it's like, oh, here I am getting my secret communique from Fleet Admiral Top Secret, and there's a fucking kid in his flying camera frisbee and like 10 feet away from me. Not to mention all the shots of like his sister where the camera has to be like right here on the fucking bridge while she's trying to save everyone. Hey, how about get that thing out of my way? It's like
and I mean, I understand they probably didn't actually do this, but they stole that idea from The Expanse of the flying camera journalism guy. Like it's a whole thing in The Expanse, but like now that we have drones and everything, I'm sure they didn't do that
I
much
know you don't
research.
remember this, because even to this day it shocks me you're 20 years younger than I am. But there's a first or second season Next Gen episode where there's a Federation reporter who's got kind of like a Google Glass gizmo and
Right.
a flying camera, and it's really stiff because he just stands there. It's a non-speaking role, so it's even weirder because they all kind of have to walk around this guy. So at least the flying camera
Okay.
was,
What episode is that?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
got to be first season because I don't remember anything
Yeah,
about
it's either
D&D
first or
season 1.
second, because it
Yeah.
definitely was in an episode when I was cutting granite. And so that was 87 and 88.
Chris Sagasag in with the Sailot Who Ate Its Tail was that Star Trek Year 1
Oh,
terrible episode.
see, but that's kind of our point, right? Like, why can you not remember perfectly? Every episode should at least be serviceable, right? And like that episode is off-putting.
Oh, terrible. Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Absolutely
like,
terrible.
I don't want a backdoor pilot for a show that's not going to happen in a series that has 6 or 8 episodes. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
are you doing?
Like Gary Seven, that guy.
I actually would like a Gary Seven show.
I hated that. I hate that episode. I hate it. The
Well,
only thing
that's
I like
because
about it is Gary Gar.
you don't like Doctor Who.
That's true. I don't.
That's just, it's a Doctor Who episode. Like,
Okay, so yeah, the documentary thing, not a good one. Although I do appreciate the fact that it kind of ends with what's her name, Ortega's being like, "Hey man, you're trying to make us as the bad guy, but we're actually the good guy." You know, I feel like that's a good message for Kurtzman Trek to finally understand, is that, you know, they're the good guys. So, you know,
Right. So that's why everything that they chose to do is so atonal, because it's so
yeah,
dark and bummer.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, they're terrible.
have
And
you?
then we've got, let's see, 4.5 Vulcans, which is supposed to be a comedy episode. I was told it's a comedy episode, and that's why there's jokes in it. But so many things bad.
Every once in a while, I like to read our transcripts. I was told it was a joke episode. That's why there was funny in it. Anyway, yeah.
Um,
I mean, I get it, but like, if that was the first whimsical one they had done, that's cool. But like,
right.
doing that after the musical episode where people are on wires floating around like angels.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm running out of ways to say, fuck you. What are you doing? You know what I mean? And so I'll just wait it out. Here's you following the news, because this is sort of tangentially related. On,
Sure.
on Star Trek Day, they announced Star Trek Scouts, which
Oh
is
yeah.
Nickelodeon sort of Paw Patrol version.
Right.
Now you are perfectly suited to get this.
I am gonna watch every single episode.
Dude, when like 10 years ago, well, 15, getting to be 15 now, when Walker was 3, I would have died to have that show,
Yeah.
because it's just this same exact cookie cutter thing of Octonauts and Paw Patrol and all
Sure.
it, you
Super
know.
Kitties. That's our personal favorite here.
Oh yeah. So,
Starbase
which is
Price. Yeah.
great, but I watched the whole trailer and like the 4-minute thing they put out, and the only thing I thought the entire time was like, well, they got to give somebody a robot arm. But if that was like the extent of my problem with it, it's a cartoon, right?
Yeah, of
Give
course.
the guy a robot arm in a cartoon. He's like got
Yeah,
Inspector
whatever.
Gadget's
Yeah.
powers. That's
Sounds good to me, man.
fucking right on. It's
Yeah.
worth that it's worse that the Vulcan is wearing operations, if you ask me, right? Like, but he's a kid. He's figured it out. All
He's a
right,
kid, you know.
let's fucking go. But man, that first trailer wasn't even over when I started thinking I could do that costume with those giant red
It's
rubber
amazing.
boots, those fashion things. I'm like, fucking, let's fucking go, right?
Amazing.
Anyway, but all I heard was people going, "This is the dumbest shit ever," and it's like, just tell me you don't have kids without telling me you don't have kids,
Yeah.
because
Well, also, like, people
I
get
get
like
the audience for that.
people get very upset over that. They're like, "Oh, Prodigy was, you know, not can." I'm like, dude, the cartoons, leave the cartoons alone. Like,
Yeah,
nobody cares. Like, I'll argue about Discovery all day long, but leave the cartoon. The cartoons are cartoons. What are you gonna do?
I
You
agree
know,
100%, and so does Doctor Strange.
you know.
Like, whose master do you serve, right? Or which
Yeah,
master do you serve? You can't fucking yell at cartoons that they're not as, academically researched as the
right.
live action, and because of just the manner in which it's made, right?
Yeah.
You have a chance
Well,
when
and the audience. I mean, you know,
well, obviously that, right? Like that's two different audiences. But I'm
right.
just saying, like, you have a chance to fix crazy shit when you have actors, and somebody will notice, like, oh fuck, when we came back before lunch, those lights were on and they're off now. It's gonna fucking save us 14 hours to fix, right? But in cartoons, people just do the thing, and I'm the guy who does wrists. You know what I mean? It's like, so you can't yell at people if it's a little broad strokes, and then add on that the audience is the definition of broad strokes, right? The audience is little kids trying to soak up information
Yeah,
and or be entertained, or get your parents to buy you toys or whatever. It's different from like you and me watching Star Trek and going, I think that or whatever, some specific Star Trek thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Redacted, Chris Sagasek.
speaking of, can we do a quick detour into how I am going to buy every single Lego set they ever produce, and it's about time that they finally did this.
That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. The news for Star Trek Day was, I thought somebody was fucking with me when I saw that, and then
I did too. I thought it was like an AI thing. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
this is bullshit. Nope.
But then I saw it. It's like, oh shit! Of course, I follow Lego on Facebook, and this is from the Lego account. So let me go to the Lego account and see if it's there. And it was, and I was like, wow, this might be the best day in a while.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. So the guy, I wish I knew this guy's name. He doesn't ever say it, but there's this podcast I listen to all the time, Tachyon Pulse, and he was kind of on it, and he said that it could be that this is just a license for the Enterprise D and the crew for minifigs, but he thinks it's more likely that it's just all the Star Trek non-Kurtzman stuff. Because,
Okay.
and I was like, I don't particularly need a Captain Pike Lego, but if I could get yeah, a Lego TOS exploration set,
Nice.
good old Chris. That's pretty funny. Uh I want the Guardian of Forever playset.
Okay, you know what you do with Legos? You take the original set and then you build your own stuff. So yeah, give me the Enterprise D and I'll build a whole bunch of brand new starships with it. And that Riker minifig is now all of a sudden the John Price minifig, and we're gonna have a great time. Yep, done.
Here's the minifig set that I pitched them. One side is the Star Trek Next Gen transporter room with a little, thing. And then the other side is a Romulan holodeck. So you can do
Ooh.
future and perfect.
Ooh, I like that.
And then
Like
that way
that.
there's some play value, right? And
Yeah, get a
then,
little tomahawk in there.
right, but you set it up that transporter fits onto all your other environment play sets,
Of course. Of
right?
course it does.
You put Vasquez rocks on it and you can beam down Vasquez rock. You put, whatever.
Nice.
Anyway,
I like it.
I'm available for consulting just as
Oh
a
yeah.
well-informed enthusiast, Lego. You guys are on it. Don't get me wrong. I can just point you in the right direction.
Dude, yeah. I mean, again, but this is the problem we talked about before. It's like, where are all the Star Trek toys? They keep saying they want, the next generation of Star Trek fans. Bro, if you don't have toys for people to play with, there is no next generation of Star Trek fans.
Look at this.
Like,
You know what this cost to put together, right? And so no little kid is going to go, oh, here's a show my dad's always talking about. Oh,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind having a cap or a shirt or something
yeah.
to fly the flag. Remind me of good old dad. What? It's $250 for a shirt
Right,
where the
right,
zipper's on upside down?
right.
Like, fuck you. Like, I'd rather go buy, Carolina Panther stuff or whatever.
But like, again, the Star Wars comparison, it's like, dude, there's literally entire aisles in Target of Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
Entire aisles. Like, I know, because the science
That's the
officer doesn't
Marvel
let
and
me go down
DC.
there.
That's the Marvel and DC thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, Marvel went for 10 years before they blew the doors off. And DC's like, oh, we're going to do Justice League right now without introducing all of the fucking characters. It's like, whatever. And it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, the toys in the aisles isn't just Star Wars, though, right? It's like Clone Wars and Rebels and,
Right, yeah.
fucking Star Wars Legends. That's where they're at now, right? Black
Yeah.
Series. This is the one that's $10
Oh, yeah.
more that your teenage brother's going to buy,
Yeah.
And, but Star Trek hasn't just had its thumb up its ass for merch, like, I don't know, for 30 years. I mean,
Way too long.
what it is that they have never had somebody that understood the property to make it attractive to the licensees, right? Like, I don't know how there isn't Star Trek toothpaste, like there is, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toothpaste.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, it's
like
smart. Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get all the people like, oh, Star Trek sold out. Like, whatever, who cares? Doesn't matter.
Right. Yes. And
Doesn't
so would
matter.
you. Next question.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
and plus Star Trek is such a behemoth as a cultural force and such a nothing as in the merchandise thing. It kind of deserves to sell out, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm not dying for Avatar notebooks to take back to school, but somehow those things keep churning out money, right? You can buy
kids,
Avatar action figures. It's crazy.
My high school kids, they're what, 16, 17 years old now, right? They don't know a world where Marvel was not cool Anime was not cool.
Yeah.
That's all they wear. All they wear is Marvel stuff and anime stuff. I had a girl
Right.
today ask me if I was Marvel or DC. I just stared at her. I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, I'm from the before time. I don't do that, all right?" You know? Like, and they're like, they couldn't understand. I'm like, "No, you don't understand."
I can't wait to tell Walker this, because one of the cool things about getting to college now is that they all like traded emails and did a Zoom meeting. So they had all talked to each other for more than a few hours before day one, right? So they get there and it's like, oh, hey, what's up?
Right.
How's your hamster, instead of, oh, hello, my name is,
Right.
you know, and so, oh shit, what were we just talking about? I was so excited about like Walker's first day, and I started thinking about one of his roommates is from Oakland, and in their stuff he accidentally brought a lizard, like from just out in the yards in Oakland. There's lots of lizards, unless
Nice.
like cats go for the lizards like they do mice, because they're just small. Anyway, some lizard got into his stuff and he toted it down to LA. And
That's
so
awesome.
anyway, so what were we talking about? Jesus, the Lego merchandising.
Marvel
Oh
merchandise.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so one of the questions his buddy Jack first said to him, like, "Oh, you're into pop culture and stuff. Like, so where are you, Batman or Spider Man?" Which is pretty much the Marvel or DC question,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Walker goes, "Oh man, no, I love both. I'm in the Batman family. I'm a really big Red Hood guy. I love Spider Man. I love Miles Morales. Yeah, I love them both." And that blew his roommate's mind, because
Yeah.
like where he's from, you choose, like it's Coke or Pepsi, man. You're a Batman, Dark, Goth of the Night, or quipping Spider-Man guy, and there's no room to be both. And he legit was like, "Oh yeah, I respect that, Walker. You're got your foot in both worlds. That's cool." And so I can't wait to tell him this now, that your kids couldn't process that you wouldn't have an opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, dude, like, do you understand it was the X-Men before all of this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Anyway,
We have to put this up. Not a paid endorsement. Chris Sagasag just loves you, Pepsi.
it's
So
true.
nice
He's a
job.
Pepsi man.
He's Pepsi man.
Pepsi man.
Anyway, I'm glad I know Pepsi man.
Okay, what is next? We didn't even talk about 4.5 Vulcans. That episode was such an abortion.
Yeah, that was so out there though that I was kind of okay with it. And seriously, when you watch the after credits thing, it makes you go,
All right, I'll have to
"All
watch the after
right,
credits. I'm
I
not
get
gonna
what
watch the
you're."
episode again.
No, don't
I'll
watch
just
the
watch the
episode.
episode.
Just
Okay.
go through
But
all
like
the.
they just got I hate the way people get Vulcans, like they turn them into robots. So like, oh, like Pike, he was like, I am a Vulcan. It's like, dude, no, just they're just they're just people, man.
There's so much
They
troubling.
treat objects like women, you know?
There's so much troubling stuff about that one. I kind of don't even want to get into it, right?
All
It's
right.
like they've set up in their world, in universe, that DNA manipulation is criminal. And
Yes.
how many episodes this season did they manipulate people's DNA for some,
Yeah.
positive effect or whatever? It's like
Yeah.
you can't
That's
you
true.
can't have spent the last season telling me that Picard died and he's replaced by a robot and then not mention it again, right? You
That's a
can't
good point.
spend a season going, our main character, one of our main characters, number one, is going to be oppressed because her people did DNA. I mean, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
that's a really
mean?
good point.
Fuck you. So I just try, when Walker and I were doing our, pre-college stuff during the coronavirus breakdown or lockdown. Lucky it wasn't a breakdown. I would tell him all the time that like suspension of disbelief is a thing, but it's best when they only ask you to buy one thing,
Yeah.
right? That like, okay, it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That's asking you to buy a big thing, but you can. It's like, okay,
Right.
this is that kind of story. It's going to be some
Right.
kind of crazy fairy tale. Or the one I love, the reason we were talking about, I was telling him about Alien Nation, which he ended up loving. That it's just a buddy cop movie. But the one thing they ask you to buy is that there's always a white guy and a minority guy, but the minority this time is an alien. And so just watch the movie. Don't get distracted by that one thing they ask you to buy. because that's just the excuse to get you in the seats. It's the
Mhm.
story that matters afterwards.
Right.
And like when we watched Alien Nation, he's like, "Daddy, I got to get one of them Dallas Cowboys shirts." I was like, "Oh, why?" And he goes, "Because I love San Francisco." And I'm like, "Yeah, but James Caan's character wore that shirt." He goes, "Yeah, but I look like James Caan. But I feel Sam." I'm like, all right. And I was like, "You're just flying the flag for the part of the story you liked.
I
Like,
love it.
think about that." And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "That's why I had lollipops for all summer, because I fucking loved Kojak." So, you know,
I've drank a lot of White Russians in my day. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
far
Fucking
out,
A,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Fucking A.
far out.
Let's see. 4.5 Vulcans. Do you want to just end 4.5 Vulcans there?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, with my strange digression, I never pull together sometimes.
It's okay.
Why I was talking about that buy one thing is that they lost me on the DNA stuff based on all the. It's almost like they don't care about their own continuity, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
even me not paying attention like I used to, right? I kind of am now because my kid's gone. So I will watch an episode like maybe 2 or 3 times in a week if
Mhm.
it's good. Like I'm up to date on Alien Earth, you know what I mean? But yeah, Strange New Worlds. Anyway, I can't keep it straight despite watching them.
I hate their
You know what I mean?
portrayal of Vulcans. I've always hated their portrayal of Vulcans. But at this point, I mean, everyone, if it's like if everyone's an asshole, it turns out you're the asshole, right? If everyone gets Vulcans wrong, maybe I'm getting Vulcans wrong. I don't know.
No,
I'm not going to admit that, but I'm just saying.
it's the people. You know what it is? It's like it's the whole steak and restaurant thing. It's
Mm,
the Star Trek fans just aren't big barbecue fans, right?
it's true.
There's a particular kind of barbecue that Star Trek was giving us, and we fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to do it a couple years later, and maybe the recipe is even the same, but you're throwing in your own shit, and maybe the ingredients aren't the way they are before. And now you're trying to gloss over that with this crazy. I was
A
telling
little too
me,
much vinegar in your Carolina sauce,
yeah, exactly. I was telling Meme about just the sets are too slick.
Yes, they're
Like
all.
I was talking with Walker about he went on a date and took the girl to
Ooh.
Superman, and I was like, that's so ballsy because it's a girl in a screenwriting class. He's like, no, of course you've seen Superman, but I just want to I really respect your writing in class. I just want to let's go catch this. We've both seen it already. We can really pay attention to the storytelling. And I was like, dude, you Riz monster. Anyway, so I was talking about
Amazing.
I was talking to him about I love the new costume. I think Cornset is perfect. It's like he was raised to be a Superman
Mm,
movie star.
mm-hmm.
The costume looks really neat. It's kind of this amalgam of a lot of costumes that's come before. But the fucking new S, man, it's from a really specific book called Kingdom Come. And it's supposed to be Superman's S in the future because this was his original Kryptonian thing. And
Okay.
that's the mark of the House of L. Just kind of happened to look like an S on
Right.
Earthman. So people kind of just started calling him Superman. And that was
Interesting.
fantastic, but super specific, right? And so now James Gunn must have liked that story. Who can blame him? It's excellent. And he's like, hey, let's do this new thing. We'll have combinations of the old and new, and we'll have this composite
Mm-hmm.
suit, and this
Mm-hmm.
will just be
Mm-hmm.
Superman for everybody. I totally get that. But man, I hate that S. And I think that's the thing about the Star Trek sets. So, like, you can squint your eyes, and yeah, that guy's the captain. He's wearing the gold shirt. And, okay, that's the doctor. He's got short sleeves and looks like he's at the beach, but he's a kung fu expert. And hey, Nurse Chapel can make plo meat soup. Glad they mentioned that. You can
I'm surprised it took him this long to mention plumbing
you
soup.
can squint your eyes and go, okay, that's Star Trek. But when everybody's running around in like glossy red stainless steel glass hallways, it just doesn't read like Star Trek to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, it reads like JJ Trek, which is, you know,
okay. And I'm actually fine with JJ Trek, but because
yeah.
it's 30 feet wide when I watch it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's really hard to watch those kind of sets like on your phone.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
the you can I've spent many a day with a cough in the middle of the night, not being able to sleep because I got so much snot in my nose. You got to sit up straight, watching an old Star Trek and just like marveling, like, fuck me, man, this show is just framed so well that you can watch this on your phone in a bad mood, feeling like shit, and still kind of be entertained. And I found that I can't with the new Trek because it's
Mm,
flipping ships and fucking
yeah.
crazy crap. And
Do you think this is something I just thought of, but like, do you think maybe because the sets are so big and they're so shiny and they're so metallic and so foreign looking, right? Do you think it takes away a sense of intimacy with the viewer, right? You don't feel like you're there, right?
yeah,
You watch TOS or even TNG, you feel like you're there, or at least you want to be there, right? Whereas like with well, certainly Discovery, but Strange New Worlds, it's like I'm clearly watching something. I'm not
yeah,
living through something. Does that make sense? I don't know if that.
absolutely. That's why
Yeah.
Star Wars works, despite
Oh
being
yeah.
so fantastical. Like everything's dirty, so you
Yeah.
got to buy like this is a world that I can
Yeah.
buy into.
Yeah.
I think it's even cooler than that in that uh, I believe that you're right. I was just going to say what you said in a different way, but you believe the world exists,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
the Kurtzman guys just kind of their idea of doing stuff is like we're doing stuff in the future, so
Mm,
everything's designed by Apple and is glossy and slick, and
right.
and it's like yeah, except Star Trek is just the Napoleonic Space Navy. I believe
They don't understand that part.
Dr. John Price, PhD, I think was the first time I ran across that.
Yeah.
But and that's why the Monster Maroons are one of the best costumes.
No, they're
And the
amazing.
next gens are kind of good too because they look like something you would wear on the deck of a ship.
They got that high collar.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
like
Yeah.
yeah, little
Yeah.
ornamentation,
Yeah.
you clear rank, obvious what
Mhm.
department
Mhm.
you're working in. It's I don't know. Those
Um, let's see. Should we wrap up 4.5 Vulcans here?
yeah, I'm good with that one.
I'm just gonna keep asking, should we wrap up 4.5
The
Vulcans?
I honestly like the fake Spock wedding one better than
Okay.
in terms of shitting on Vulcans.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, Pat.
Okay. Interesting.
Part of it might have been Patton too. I can't. I mean,
He very
I'm starting to not be able
miscast.
to with him.
Very miscast. Because he's such a thing, right? He's
Right.
such a thing. He immediately takes you out of it, right? And that was my problem. Like I like Patton Oswalt. Like I don't hate him like other people might, but it just immediately takes you out of it. Where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's Patton Oswalt wearing ears. Got it.
It's really cool. I agree 100%. But I was like one step further. Like, why is Patton taking me out of this when somebody like Whoopi Goldberg didn't?
Mm,
And it's because, like you said, like when you start getting casting comedians, how strong is their personality, right?
mm-hmm.
And man, the second Patton showed up, I'm like, dude, he's getting to be the Dane Cook of now,
Yeah.
where it's like you're so overexposed. People don't know what to make of you other than you're that guy they either like or don't like. And once that happens, your audience cuts in half.
Right. Well, and he's known as like the nerd guy,
Well,
right?
that's
You know.
why I don't like him in my stuff. I love him as a comedian, but fucking the planet freaked out. He talked for 8 minutes straight about Star Wars. I was like, dude, I know 20 people that could do that without even trying and would have been better and funnier and more, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I
so
do.
that's
I do
where
know what
I
you
was
mean.
at. And so it started to make me go,
I do know what you mean.
come on, Pat.
But it doesn't like a guy like Simon Pegg, on the other hand, he's a nerd guy, but he always seems like he fits. You know, even when he's pulling off his one-liners in the Star Trek movies. So I don't know. It's a I guess it's a fine line, but Patton Oswalt is way past that line at this point. You know,
Yeah.
and then I mean, I thought it was a funny setup. It's like, oh, hot Rebecca Romaine is in love with fat, you know, Patton Oswalt. It's a funny setup.
It just
Um,
needed a line about the Ponfar because
yeah,
like if you care, you're like, well, this just doesn't work on the outset. So that's making me think number one has a mental problem, right? But if
might.
he had just come in and said something funny like, "Yeah, it's Ponfar every 7 minutes with me," at
That's
least
funny.
you fucking get the idea that they know what they're doing.
Right. That would be funny.
Thanks. Yeah, man, I'm available. My kid's
All
in
right. I'm
college
a bit,
now. Fucking Star Trek. It's
um
whatever.
okay. All right, let's move on to Terrarium, written by friend of the show Alan B. McElroy.
Yes.
We've got Ortegas goes on a solo mission to the what's it called? The Musasaki Nebula or whatever it is. She goes on her own little Galileo 7 mission. I'm very happy that the name of her shuttle was not Galileo. I'm
Yes.
very happy about that because that would be like a season 1 Discovery thing they would do. They would be like, "Oh, she's on the
Look,
Galileo.
she's on
Get
the
it?
Galileo.
Get it? She's on the Galileo, right?" But I'm very happy
The
they didn't do
Galileo
that.
3.
And she gets sucked through a wormhole and she crash lands onto this planet. And you don't know. I'll cut to the chase. I really like this episode. I know. I'm getting
No, that's
shitty in my
good.
old age. But I thought they did really good job doing a couple things. One, the what turns out to be the Metrons. I thought they did a really good job not overplaying it to the point where you're like, oh, is she going insane? Is this character going insane? Like, is she actually seeing lights? Like, what's going on out there? The enemy mine
Yeah.
aspect to it was, formulaic, and every single, I mean, I don't know if did TOS have an enemy mine? I don't think so, but of course TNG has an enemy mine, Voyager has an enemy mine,
You
right?
mean
They all
Arena?
have this episode where Chakotay crashes with a Kazon kid, and they have to live together and whatever, right? And I thought they did a really good job there of kind of taking the very formulaic episode and kind of twisting it up a little bit. I really, really, really like the ending, where, spoiler alerts, Lon and the security team beams down and they just straight up murder the Gorn.
Yes.
And Ortega's the actor. I thought the actor did a really good job. She just loses her mind. She's like, ah, and she loses her mind, and she's like, what is this? What's going on? Right. I really like that part. And there is no happy ending. I really like that. That's one thing I've noticed about Strange New Worlds. When they do those serious episodes, they usually don't have a happy ending. If this was TOS, like, it would be like back on the bridge, and it'd be like, "Hey, Lon, remember when you killed my friend?" And then be produced by Gene Roddenberry. Like, So I really like
Yes.
that. I really like
That's
that
awesome.
they did that. So yeah, shocker. I like the episode.
You actually talked me into it. I was really
Okay.
so disappointed in that it was so obvious to me it was just a take on Arena,
Oh
right?
yeah, of course.
And
Yeah.
I just wanted more. And then so that always sets me off when I start watching because then I start watching for flaws. And I'm like, okay, I get that the Gorn understands English. And I get they can't speak it because why would your giant reptile mouth make those fine I get all of that.
Agreed.
But how long were they down there? Because Ortegas learned Gorn chess. You know, it's like
That's
once
a
we,
good point.
as long as I
That's a
get
good
what they were doing, right, and they were trying
Yeah.
to show that they're getting along together, right, and
Right,
that's
of course.
awesome. I
Yeah.
love it. But once once you start looking for flaws,
Yeah.
stuff you can't
Well,
escape.
maybe there was, the Metrons were manipulating time and blah 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 blah.
I mean, write a line, right?
Yeah,
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 I'm glad that everything time seems to work
yeah,
different here. I was able to learn your play, and
yeah.
I think I've
Yeah.
actually checkmated you here, or whatever we call it. It's checkmate,
Right,
right?
right.
Right? Just have like a little bit of actor business, but everybody's
Yeah,
so I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not gonna shit on Alan's script because,
I
like
thought
you
it was.
said,
I thought, yeah.
like you said, it was formulaic, but formula works,
Right,
right?
right. Yep.
So, like, if you were taking the episode on, is it doing the job it's supposed to? Yes, it did.
Yes.
It tied up what's her name's Gorn issues
Hmm.
and put everybody on notice that Gorns are not all that bad.
And it gives what's her name a new issue with her former best friend Lon, who killed her new best friend, the Gorn.
Oh, do you think they're going to explore that with the time they have left?
I saw a article, not I don't know when, who knows, I don't know what time is anymore, but I saw an article one time where they were like, is Lon gonna die in next season? So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
Because I guess the idea is, like, she can't exist in a TOS that has Khan, you know?
yeah,
I don't know. The whole thing is fucked.
I'm sorry it's going to take that they're going to put Star Trek on pause between 2 to 5 years because then I'm going to be a really old man.
Yeah.
And and I won't get all excited about the new Trek. And especially if they're like, "Oh, look, it's Captain Kirk, like you've never seen him before." The 3 other times we recast him, I just
It's not gonna go well.
yeah,
Every
yeah.
time every time they refer to her as Lieutenant Noonien Singh, my entire body just cringes.
Oh, the
I'm like,
hyphenated
ugh.
last name that's not supposed to be there.
Like, just call her Lon.
Yeah.
Like, just one name. That's fine. Like Data. That's it. Just call her Lon. I can forget that she's, that.
It seems like they did that one episode with Captain Kirk and never mentioned it again.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah,
I did like when they transformed into Vulcans. I'm pretty sure Lon transformed into a Romulan. But I think that's what they were trying to imply.
yeah,
Or something to that effect.
I think
But
you're right. Mimi saw that too.
that was pretty cool.
She was
The
like,
slick back hair, and she was all militaristic, and
but they didn't
yeah.
explore it. That's what
No,
Mimi
they
was
didn't, not
saying.
at all. They
She was
had that
like,
super awkward conversation with Pike where it was like, I believe in a secret, and you know a secret too, and blah blah blah. It was
I
stupid.
I was talking to her and she's like, because she really liked I forget what they are. The the Tal Shiar, is that it? No,
Yeah,
I'm mixing up some Star Trek with comics.
yeah.
But whatever. And then she thought that was a cool idea, and then they never really mentioned it again.
Mm,
And so she's like, "Oh, do you think she's turning into a Romulan? She can, be one of those secret agent guys." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be a cool thing to explore, but
that'd be
that's
awesome.
that's just too smart for this crowd.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they would never do that." And then we watched the rest of the episode, and like they did nothing with that.
Nothing. No,
And it's just
absolutely
like,
nothing.
man, it's just the whole secret hideout thing has been characterized by a missed opportunity, if you ask me.
Yes, yeah.
And it's
If
getting
nothing else, a missed opportunity, right?
it's getting so, especially I noticed during Star Trek Day on Monday that like there's a real like people aren't really excited about new Star Trek because it's just a cool show in a sea of streaming cool shows.
Yeah.
There's nothing that makes it a marquee, don't miss, crazy thing. And but then there's old guys that are like, uh, you know, do I really have to watch the Omega Glory again? All right, maybe I'll just put on Pluto and see whatever random episode comes up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I still like Star Trek, but it's just like I don't I don't get the new one. I don't get what they're doing.
It's a weird one. It's
But
a weird.
it's starting to be like I don't get it so hard that I'm starting not to care. And that's
Mm,
like giving me a little problem with my identity because I got a lot of shirts like this.
yeah. Yeah.
and like the new stuff isn't doing it, it's like,
Yeah.
have I really been doing Star Trek drugs this long that it's not working on me anymore?
Your
You know what I
tolerance
mean?
is too high. Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's an
That's why I
issue.
love Peacemaker. Have you been watching that?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah, well, you're a dad. You haven't really been able to.
Is Peacemaker also called Super Kitties? Because that's what I've been
That's
watching.
what you watch with Super Kitties? I
Yes,
have a
yeah,
different helmet for a different job.
yeah. Let's see. We've got Terrarium, and then okay, so we've got upcoming is the season finale. I think we should talk real quick about how this season has been not, and I can't tell if if I like this or not, but it has not had the big sweeping arc stories, right? Really, the only one that they've had is Captain Winona Earp changing into a Gorn, but even then, they don't talk about it every episode. Um, so it's a good, you know, I'm glad they're not doing that because they always screw it up. But
Yeah,
it also
absolutely.
does feel a little disjointed at times where it's like, did I just watch a filler episode in a 10 episode season? Did I just watch a third filler episode? So
Right.
it's like it comes across a little disjointed, but at the same time, every time they do one of those big sweeping arcs, you and I both hate it because it's awful.
So we noticed why when we were going through West Wing. West
Hmm.
Wing had not just A and B stories every episode, but they had A, B, and C stories.
Mm,
And so it was great because the A story was sort of arranged and finished up by the end of Act 2. The
right.
B story would start from Act 2 and go to Act 1 of the next episode. And
Mm,
the C story would start in Act 3 and go to Act 2 and become the A story for the next episode, right?
interesting. Okay.
It's when you watch that, it's like watching a Swiss watch go around and around.
Right.
It's like just
Interesting.
or a racetrack or something. It's perfect. And that's all they had to do, right? Because they don't
Yeah.
understand the big sweeping season long things don't work because they jam in stuff to, you know, good episodes to make it have a mythology for the season.
Right.
And then if they write all about that, there's not enough character stuff that people care about that episode because it's like now I have to do
Right.
homework, right? So they
Right.
don't get it on that end. And then they also don't get it on like actions have consequences, right? So if Captain's girlfriend got bit by this lizard thing, like that has to have something in each episode until you finish it because
You would think
I
so.
don't know if you know, but my girlfriend's turning into a lizard over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's on the audience's mind, even if it's not on, all the different
Yeah.
writers.
My
Anyway,
girlfriend, who also is apparently AWOL because she's just sitting in Captain Pike's quarters. Like,
they must have some medical.
well, yeah, I'm sure, but you
Yeah,
know what I mean. It's where it's like it's not a dread. It's not like oh, I'm on medical leave, and I'm rehabbing with you,
I
my
just,
my Pike.
I was just hoping they would make her like half lizard, put some
Dude, that'd be so awesome.
prosthetics on her face and
So awesome,
some thorns on her elbow or something,
dude. And then she looks
and
like the TOS version of the Gorn.
and then have and then have Pike still be like, yeah, you're hot. Your body temperature is 72. We'll work on that. But and do some fucking science fiction for a change, right?
Amazing.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, I mean, maybe that is what's going to happen because the season finale is titled New Life and New Civilizations. Perhaps she's the new life.
wasn't it you that said that's all like Iconian portals and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's all
So
Iconian shit.
I just assumed that was the new life and
Yeah.
the new ability to travel
Yeah, but
around
that
the
would be
universe.
cooler if she was half
Well, no
Gorn.
kidding, but like that's kind of why they wouldn't do it, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
no kidding.
anyway,
Yeah, but yes, lots and lots and lots of speculation that that's an Iconian gateway. Of course, we all know about the Iconians from one episode of TNG that is actually a pretty good episode called Contagion. I believe it's called Contagion, where the USS Yamato gets blown the fuck up. And everyone's like, oh, maybe these Galaxy class ships just aren't as well built as we thought they were. And then they find out that it's an Iconian issue.
That
Oh, they did it in DS9 too. They went to an Iconian gateway in DS9 with the Jem'Hadar.
Contagion's the one with the alien probe guys, right? No, that's what's the one that they remember they do a scanner's head blow up in season 1?
Yes, that is Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy. One of my
Right.
favorite Star Trek episodes of all time.
I love that episode.
Easily top 5.
You want to hear something awesome? It was written by somebody from Clark University.
That's
so
awesome.
When
Yeah.
I was going to school, he came and it was aired and he came like a month later to like
That's
talk
awesome.
to us. And I was like, fuck, you rock, man.
You're the guy who wrote that.
Like, I know.
Yes. So
Anyway,
what do we think? What do we
not
think is gonna happen in New Life and New Civilizations? A pretty good title for a show called Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I just hope they, deliver on that title.
As much as I hated, what was the episode where it's got to be Lens of Time? It's got to be that one where they went down into that new planet and they found all those like balls with demons in them and stuff, and they had to kill the nurse guy. Remember that episode?
I do.
Yeah, at least that one was a new world and a new Star Trek thing. I hated the fact that they killed the guy, but again, that goes back to my other point where they really just don't. These are not happy endings.
Well, something weird is going on because he's in this episode, and so people don't know if it's a flashback,
yeah,
or they realized, holy shit, we shouldn't kill this guy. He's like the one.
Right.
I don't know if they could do that quickly and turn around to like.
That would be cool if they kind of bring back
fan.
those bad guys, though. That would be cool.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they are the bad guys. What are they called? The Vestra or something?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, some kind of Stranger Things.
I don't know.
Themed bullshit.
Yeah.
What happened to the puppet episode? Yeah, that's for next season.
Yeah, that's next year. Yeah.
They do that weird thing, man, about like, hey, let's tease what happens this year because we knew about 4.5 Vulcans last year.
Yeah.
And
well, it's because they film it like 2 years in advance, and they have to do so much goddamn
I get it.
Computer stuff.
Yeah, post-production.
Whatever the kids
I
call
get
it.
the special effects are heavy. I get like probably the ADR, what's that stand for? Automatic dialogue replacement or something. When you have to talk over stuff because somebody dropped a kitchen tray or something in the back. I get a show where everything is made up. You really can't get room tone on a set, right? I mean, like it just doesn't feel like a real place.
No, I get it. Yeah.
So I understand why it would take a lot of time and energy to do that, but that doesn't mean you have to tell everybody about it. Like I don't know if they think they're getting ahead on leaks, or if they're just controlling the story.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's dumb because then we have guys like you and me and Chris going, wait, where's the puppet episode?
Where's the puppets?
I kind of am interested in that. Oh,
want to see how you screw up puppets.
Wait 18 months and nobody will care anymore.
Yeah, won't even remember. Like, oh yeah, the puppet thing.
But I got my little puppet out from when Walker was a kid. I got those whatnots.
Yeah.
They were official Jim Henson Muppet things done through FAO Shorts. And
the
you could so you could match colors and shape, nose shape and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a fucking cartoon, man. I'm just like a bald guy with a big nose and glasses and a beard.
Nice.
Oh, and you can make the beard gray. Yeah, mine's fine, right? Mimi's was close because a girl with dark hair, and then Walker's was all right, but I just get him a little Muppet thing. But so I put one of my old Star Trek shirts on my Muppet and went, me just fucking doing this in my house is going to be better than that episode. And that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Even though it is, because they have to account for all those guys being like this under the actual sets. right? How do you do Pike's chair when there's a guy that has to have his elbow where a human ass would be?
He'll be wearing a green suit, and that's how.
But then I start
I don't know.
thinking, like, the one thing they're asking me to buy is a lot, because like, what's
It's
the
true.
fucking point of this?
It's true.
Everybody's a puppet. All right. Hopefully by that time we'll have some Lego kits, and I can just be doing that while
Oh my God, I
I'm
can't
watching
wait.
that dumb episode.
I can't wait.
Okay.
College fund? No, thank you.
I know, and the twins too. They're sleeping
Uh,
good. They're
oh
not
yeah,
bothering you
man.
now, right?
No, they're great. The twins are great, man. They sleep through the night and everything, and it's the dog that gets us up during the middle of the night. So,
Yeah.
you know,
What are
I
they?
kind of hate the
16,
dog.
18 months, something like that?
They are about to be 14 months.
14. So they're
So,
not teething yet, right?
oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Oh yeah, they got a lot of teeth.
And they're still sleeping?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Got a lot of teeth, and they're walking and running, and they're not talking yet, but they're almost talking. So
And
they
then
got hair. You know, they
soon
look
they'll
like
have
little people. You
their own
know,
twin language that they speak around
I tell them,
Naval.
every day. I'm like, none of that twin language nonsense. None of that. All right. But yeah, man, things are good. And then
Awesome.
we got Starfleet High School is there.
It's doing.
It's
Starfleet High
it's
School's
it's
doing.
going. It's going. And
Well,
yeah.
maybe we can get you for next Wednesday too now to do net because it's series finale. We
I mean,
should
series finale, you know?
tie it all up. I mean,
Series finale.
season, not series finale.
Season? Oh, it's not the season? No, I guess
Not the
not. They're coming
series
back,
finale.
right? Coming back next year. Let's see. We've got season 4, teleplay by Akiva Goldsman and Henry Alonzo Myers. Story by Henry Alonzo Myers and Alan B. McElroy. So I can't wait to see how Akiva Goldsman screws it up.
Yeah. Hope
Yeah.
springs eternal.
Hope springs eternal. It's
Charlie
college
Brown.
football season, you know?
Charlie Brown, the football.
Yeah. I think that I really like Ortega's.
He's
Uhura,
great.
that actress has grown on me a lot.
Mhm.
Grown on me a lot. I didn't like maybe the first like season or so, but I think she's gotten infinitely better, more likable. She's really grown into the character, so I think that's good. I still can't stand Ethan Peck.
Oh,
Um,
really? Oh,
I can't do it, man.
I
I
think
would rather watch, what was the other guy's name? Um, the
oh,
Heroes guy.
Zachary Quinto, yeah.
I would rather watch Quinto than
He was great, but I honestly think Ethan Peck has really grown into it. I really do.
he's grown into a character, yes.
It's not his
And
fault they're not writing
no,
Spock.
you're right. No, you're right. It's not his fault. It's not his fault, right?
Yeah.
But
I think he's doing great with
you
what
know,
they're giving him. I really do.
yeah, and he's definitely gotten a lot better. But as long as you just don't think of it as, the same name.
I know this is kind of controversial, but
Uh-oh.
I think it was Sagasag actually way back in the day trying to talk me into this. He's just like, just watch it like it's alternate Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I finally got to that point
Yeah.
where Secret Hideout, it's great. It's Star Trek from the Secret Hideout universe.
There
Right?
you go.
It's
Yeah.
it's when Dick Ebersol was the executive producer of Saturday Night Live. It was still technically Saturday Night Live. It was this weird sort of atonal thing that didn't really work, and they went back to regular Star Trek. So that's my hope. It's just like
See, you comic book guys, you're a lot you can do that a lot easier than the rest of us. You're used to like, oh, now we're on Earth 47,
right.
So, the rest of us gotta kind of
I
wire our
gotta
brains
say
a little
though, it took me this long, and how long
bit.
has fucking
Yeah.
Discovery started? 7, 8 years
Well,
ago.
because you and I are religious zealots.
That's
So,
right. Warrior monks.
warrior
I
monks. I
put
like
on
that.
my robes and
I like
raiments
that.
today.
I like that a lot.
I actually went to the fuck did I go today? Oh, up to the comic store. It's new comic store day. So
Nice.
new comics day. So I get the comics for Walker to mail him, so he knows he gets like a little box full of bullshit from me once a week.
Aw.
And but I happen to have my NX09 hat on and my Xer uniform jacket, like the ones we all made.
Yeah.
But and I talk to Mimi about this all the time, the secret handshake. Like if I walked out, somebody would go who didn't know Star Trek would still know. They might even know this is a Klingon sash, right? That's how
Yeah.
prevalent Star Trek is.
Oh yeah.
But you can wear like a cool nerd thing, and it'll be a little obscure, and so you can walk around in normal things. And so I have somehow convinced myself that my Enterprise stuff just looks like some kind of like Coast Guard thing
Right.
that you just don't get what it is. And I walked to the comic store, and not just Frank, the owner, but like the 4 or 5 other people. Like, I'll turn around and he goes, "Oh my God, you got your Star Trek stuff on!" They all turn around there, and like
That's
one guy
funny.
goes, "That's from Enterprise," and I go, "No, Exeter," and they're like, "Wait, what is that?" And everybody fucking freaked out, right?
That's awesome.
And so I got to tell them we're doing the podcast. I point them this way, but like that's pretty. I would think that was a pretty deep cut nerd thing, and like. But in a comic store, it's not.
Right.
So
Different world.
it was cool, like just getting perspective, and I don't know,
Nice.
walking out amongst the human beings again.
Nice. I wonder if I put a Star Trek thing up in front of my students, if they would know what it is. I should do that. Something like not like Star Trek, but like maybe just like an arrowhead or something.
Yeah.
And be like, see if anyone says anything.
I would imagine what it is, right? If you did a picture of an empty transporter room, people would probably go, "Oh yeah, beam me up, Scotty," right? Or maybe not. I don't know how young your kids are.
They're pretty young, man.
Teenagers, right?
Yeah, they're teenagers.
I don't think Star Trek's that prevalent a thing.
It's not. And that's what I was saying before about how Kurtzman is always talking. For the last 15 fucking years, he's been talking about how, we got to get the next generation of Star Trek fans. It's like, bro, you're not doing it. Right. Like, have you met anyone under the age of 30? They don't care about Star Trek at all. There's nothing there.
But like, that's what those guys don't get, right? They're trying to make fetch happen. Yeah. They're trying to make a viral video. Well, let's go viral. And it's like, no, you don't. You have to understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
So like, you can't just throw.
We have to make stuff people want to watch.
Right.
Like, it drives me insane. So Legos. You know who plays with Legos? Little kids. You know who doesn't care about what brand it is? Little kids. So by the time those little kids grow up and they're like, "Oh, I really liked playing with my Star Trek Legos. Maybe I'll watch the TV show." That's how this works, man.
I got into
Star Trek.
Understand? I got into Star Trek watching the cartoon.
Cartoons are great.
Eating my sugared cereal on Saturday.
Exactly.
Right? And then one of my dad's friends goes, "It's a real show with the real guys."
Right.
And it's over. But like, that's how you get kids into stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody knows that except for hopefully, Skydance has got it figured out.
Stupid morons.
Did you hear this one bit of news that they did? Kurtzman and Secret Hideout pitched them 3 different things, and they just shot them down.
That's fantastic.
I think we're done with you.
So, good.
Yeah,
good. They really, to be fair, they really kind of slowballed his ascendancy. They were like, "Yeah, the backlash is really bad. You're gonna go away now. We're gonna promote you to a desk." And we'll just stop doing things.
Just stop doing things. Are they still doing that con like podcast? I think they're still doing that one. Audio drama.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Nicholas Meyer wrote some cool thing and they're acting it out. Yeah. God bless him.
Yeah.
I'll never. I just discovered the Peacemaker podcast though, so that's what I was doing. I would buy a Dork Court Lego kit.
There you go. Me too.
We don't I have a John Price Lego from way back, don't I?
You did do that a while.
Thunderdome days.
Many moons ago.
Let me see if I can find that and put your head on a Star Trek uniform or something.
I want a bobblehead. A couple teachers have bobbleheads.
What?
Like custom bobbleheads. That's what I want. I want a freaking bobblehead,
Well, that seems easily done.
Yeah, but you know, it's like you don't give yourself a nickname. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
So,
wasn't talking about you doing it. I was going to ask you when your birthday was.
um,
I'll
March. That's when. No.
I'll just buy a Nick Offerman bobblehead and
Yeah,
just
perfect,
scratch
perfect,
out his name and write
perfect.
price on it.
I
Oh,
still have.
speaking of which, you have to give that coin to your dad, man.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real.
No, you're
That
right.
when
You're right.
once I looked up where the Price family name came from,
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a bad son if you don't.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. I was enamored by the just
Yeah.
initial like, oh my God, this is so pretty. That's currently in my work office as well.
I have
So
I have really strong feelings about that because I have a little necklace that Walker got me that's two pieces of silver bolted together,
oh,
and it has the Chinese characters for father and son on it. So the
oh,
idea is that we're one piece of jewelry, but made out of two things.
nice.
So I know how that makes me feel. I know how your dad would feel.
Yeah.
So
No, and it's like he's real big into like Welsh stuff, the Welsh
yeah, geez, that's
heritage, and
perfect,
like
man.
it's the Welsh dragon. It's from a Welsh like metal guy. Like it's it got delivered from Wales, right?
Yeah,
So
man, that's
yeah, no,
awesome.
you're right. You're right. You're right. But
I'm just saying,
for a second there, I got a little selfish,
if I
you
was
know?
if I was writing this short story, that's just what I would do. I mean, you do what you want to
Yeah.
do. I
If I
I
want to be a villain,
go for the
yes.
happy ending, right?
Yeah,
Not
I could
like
just
the
buy another one, you know what I mean? That's okay. Yeah. No, yeah, that was the original idea there. So,
yeah. Well, it's awesome.
good stuff. Let's see. Any other episodes? No, I think we covered all the episodes. That would be really cool if they brought the nurse guy back.
Yeah, yeah,
If
he
they did
cracked
some
this
weird like
episode.
time thing and brought him back, because that nurse guy was awesome. That was an awesome new character.
There's
Um,
there's an
so
onset pic of him in this episode that they
yeah,
released for the press. So
yeah,
he's in it. So at least one more episode, and
good.
maybe they can make some adjustments because like we spoke about this a little, I think, right? That like they introduced a character who's happy to be there.
Yes, yeah,
That's all
yeah,
we want, man. Like it's
yeah,
not a drag. It's
yeah,
not like, you're not sleeping in bunks. It's not
right.
lower decks. Like you guys are the flagship. It should be a fucking
Yeah.
rock going back and forth doing
And
cool.
I hate the way they took him out. I mean, I understand it
Yeah.
sort of, but I really hate the way they just shot him in the fucking head.
Yeah.
But
That
anyway,
was
I get it.
anyway.
All
We'll check
right.
in later. All right.
Speaking
Hey,
of,
knock on wood next week, man. I hope we can do this again.
that's the plan.
Is it? Oh, excellent.
That's the
I'll
plan.
get a new Star Trek shirt.
Got to put it in the family calendar. That's the plan.
Well, it was awesome. And thanks to Chris and I see Timmy came in. Welcome, folks.
Roundhouse.
I know Tiffany Jean listens in, and I hope she heard us bragging on her about those
Dude,
qualities.
she's the best,
She
man.
is.
She should be elected like queen of whatever.
Queen of the people who don't want Pat and Oswald to be the king of nerds.
Yes,
She should be
yeah.
the queen of nerds.
Queen of nerds. There you go.
Uh,
Yeah.
all
All right,
right, man.
guys. Well, it's been a pleasure.
All
And
right.
see you next time on the Iconian internet.